was good, and got some good trades in too.
Right on, right on. Yeah, I saw that a lot of you guys are locking in some gains and staying green for the week. Who's got the most green days last week so far? I know we only had 4 trading days for the month in. How many green days did you have, and what was working out and what wasn't working out?
I had 3 green trading days, 2
Okay.
of which was a swing on, Netflix. So I actually have some questions for you when we get to that point, I guess. Well, I wanna ask you about the chart, but,
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I want to do is I want to catch up and review how you guys did last week and what was working and what wasn't working. Let's cover those questions, and then once we get that covered with everybody, and then I'll transition into what I have been studying, especially being away from my computer, just utilizing my phone as trading. Trading on the go is, of course, that's what the end goal is going to be for everybody, right? Being able to just to trade, going to Disneyland, going on vacation on a beach or whatever. We want to be able to be sufficient in that way. Um, so I want to talk about that. What was my experience trading from my phone on the go? And then, of course, everybody with the concept of locking in as much gain as possible to build up that confidence and, carrying that over to what we're trying to accomplish, being independent traders. So let's go over that, John. How was your week? What was working? And how can I help out on that?
good. So, honestly, probably had my best week yet with options, and it was from my phone, which is the crazy part because I had a wedding down in Vegas, so I was literally road tripping down there, had a couple days. I actually made the Netflix trade in Vegas
Hmm.
on my phone, but, I got in pretty much after that it broke that box that you were talking about and had, drawn or shown me how to draw.
Hmm.
It once it broke that, I entered in and I didn't see any resistance or anything until right around 480, but it seemed like the hedge funds and the banks and stuff took profits at 460.
Hmm.
So I was just curious maybe why they took it there,
Gotcha.
if any reason.
Yeah, definitely. We can go over that. Any other questions before I take over this question here? All right, cool. Let's go over this real quick, and then we'll go on to somebody. If you guys don't start talking, I'm gonna start picking on you guys, because there should be lots of questions, especially if you're trading and reviewing your trades. There should be a lot of questions going on in your head, and we want to get those clarified. All right. So you took Netflix on a trade, right?
Yep.
And you mentioned 460 was you can kind of see what happened there, and
Yeah,
you're wa
so like I got in at 414. I was gonna hold it until 480 was my plan, but then they seems like it started selling off, and I actually like came down by $1,000 in profit by the time morning hit. It capped down.
Yeah. So did you take the profit the day before the gap down
No, so I was up like 2,500, and I ended up only making like 1,500 off the trade after it
at the open?
capped down. Yeah, at the open. I wish
Yeah.
I could have gotten out earlier, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it looks like at the open was right about here at this
Yeah.
level. Okay.
Yep.
So I can definitely see that. Good on you for exiting. Of course we discussed about boxing your range, right?
Yep.
If you box this range right here, you knew that anything below this was going to be a sell-off, and then of course heading up to it is going to be a resistance. And so that's good that you sold off right at the open rather than having to wait or hoping that it's going to get back up above.
No, it
Um,
went down for the next 2 days.
yeah, it just kept going.
I got
Um,
out on the pop and was like gone.
Nice, right on. So let's go over why that sold off, and this is actually gonna transition into the new. I mean, it's not new. I've used this before. Everybody, this is the what you're seeing right now with this colors or the lines that you're seeing. This is what's called a volume profile. I've used it before. I removed it just because I got out my screen all clustered up, and I wanted to clean it up, right? Because I'm always testing different indicators that can complement what I rely on, which is the 10 and 20 simple moving average, right? SMA. And so with the volume profile, As you can see, this is so as you know, we have volume down below, right? We have this volume down here, which tells us how many shares are being traded at a certain time, right? A certain time of the day. So as you can see how many shares were traded in this particular candle. But the thing with this is good for like scalping, right? Like if you're looking to get in and out of trades. And this is why I rely on heavily when I was scalping stocks. Okay. But what I've learned with option trading or swing trading, which is typically you're trying to enter at a key level and exit at another key level, right? Support and resistance. Um, you can't really do that with just reading the volume, right? I mean, you can kind of tell the fade of the volume here, right? You can see a declining in the volume. So you can kind of use that as your indicator of like, okay, we're downtrending, right? And then you can draw another line here right about this level right here. So when if you're using the volume in a regular shares volume, you can use this line just like how you would do support and resistance on your price candles up above. You can use this line as your resistance line. The moment you have volume holding up above this, right? It starts to hold above this line, then you know you're going to be uptrending. Okay. That's one way. But to answer your question, John, is like, why did it start selling off right here at the 460 level? So what we can do is we can actually draw a line there. Okay.
Yeah, I see it now because I couldn't I don't know why I couldn't go this far out on my cell phone. I guess I got to fix that. But now that I'm actually here on my computer, I see why it sold out right at 460.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I see it
So
now.
now you can see it. So this green line right here, 460 level, if we zoom out to let's just zoom out for now. Let's see what we can find. And we look left. We can't even look left right now. It's maxed out, so let's go into daily.
Yep.
Okay. So daily. 460 right here. So we
Yep.
know 460 zone. If we draw a box, this is a much bigger box, right? You can even go as high as right here. And then the low zone right here. You can draw that box, right? You can see where that 460 comes in right here. Resistance level, right? You can kind of see it. So obviously it should have pushed a little bit higher to about 466 around there, 467. But we know that this is what you call a bag holder. So for all these people that didn't sell, so all these people that didn't sell this big sell-off right here, right? They got caught. So right here, all these people that didn't sell ran up and then sold off. They missed. This was a big drop. This is like a shocker, right? This is a
Yep.
panic sell. So um, technically, they didn't have time to respond to this big drop right here. They didn't even have a chance to like sell. Now they pop up into this resistance level. They're like, F this, I'm gonna get out. So there's a lot of selling pressure right here. Enable for the stock to really get above or have a bullish chance is the stock needs to get above here, right? In a bigger time frame. You can scalp this in between. Obviously, we're in a daily, but if you wanna scalp this on the intraday, then you can benefit from it. But a lot of the big money, like the hedge funds, the banks, like they move hundreds of millions of dollars when they get in a trade. And the key thing for them is to really find where the supply and demand is, and that's all that this game is, right? It's a supply and demand. You need buyers enabled to sell, right? And you need sellers enabled to buy, right? That's the basic concept of the market. So for the banks, in order for them to get in with their large positions, they have to figure out where the supply and demands are. And that's what the volume profile tells us, okay? So the volume profile tells us, like, let me clean this up real quick. Okay, it tells us where was the the activity are happening. So I'm gonna darken up these levels just for your example. Okay, let's go to
I actually like the volume profile.
Yeah, you've used it before. You've seen me
Yeah,
use
yep.
it.
Yeah, I've used it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I've realized, and I follow a lot of different traders, experienced traders, like even um the market make confession of the market maker, JJ, right? He's a market maker. Like he's the guy to call to manipulate a stock, right? And so he tells us that, he makes these moves and paints this move in your charts to make you believe uh, which direction is supposed to go. They have to attract and advertise um, price action enabled to bring in supply and demand, right? And as you can see where these spike, I'm gonna go to hourly so you can see it better. Okay, you see these area, these long. This is what you call uh, basically volume by price. This is volume by price rather than volume by shares, which is down below right here. Down here, as you see, volume by how many shares. This is volume by price. Like how much money did it really like traded at these level? So as you can see, like you see how like you can see these spikes, right? You can tell at that level had the most dollar amount moved in, right? Right here at the center. So this is what you call the highest, the inflection levels, right? In this case, this was accumulation. This is where they were actually loading up. And I even called this, to be honest with you. Like,
You
you
did.
remember me calling about Netflix?
Yep.
I'm like, guys, this Netflix is about to freaking go. This is about to shoot up. And guess what? Like, since you took that trade, like, I think I bought like right about here, right around this area right here. And it dropped down obviously, but I bought like 2 weeks out and I was able to cash out like somewhere in here. Okay, I missed this following day move. But
I got
this,
that.
what's that?
Said I caught that move.
Nice. That's awesome. So I alerted that trade, so hopefully, some of you guys took that trade as well. Um, just to go over, just to recap, what do you see here? What have I been preaching based on the pattern, right? Let's just say you don't know how to use the volume profile yet, but the pattern itself with the 10 and 20 SMA, what do you see?
A cup with a handle.
This is the cup, the basket that we've been talking about, right? Right? If you can see this pattern, which we stock this kind of pattern right here, especially on the 1 minute and 5 minute, right? But the remember I mentioned the bigger the time frame, the stronger it is, the more reliable it is. And you're seeing this on the hourly, okay? This is on a 1 hour time frame. Like it even gave you two chances. One here if you missed it, and gave you another one right here. And then you could have caught this move. And guess what are you seeing here now? What are you seeing here? What are you seeing right here? Right? It's setting up again, guys. Like freaking Netflix is a great setup for Monday. Like a dip down to this orange line right here, which is the volume profile low, which is actually it's called value area low, which is you can also use as a support. Okay, and remember this is where the most supply zone or demand zone the last time it got to that price. Okay, we're gonna extend that over. Okay, so if it dips down to this area right here, believe it, like there's gonna be so much buying demand because obviously what happened here, buyers was hanging out right here. So the next time it touches that level, believe it, they're gonna start buying it again, unless there was like um, a bad news about Netflix or anything like that, then that would drive it further down, right? But this is your major key level. So, going back to your question, why did it sell off at the 460 level? Now that you can see 460 level on a daily. Okay, let's draw that line. Where's that 460? Right around here. So we talked about that. That's the heavy resistance zone. Okay. And then also, as you can see, that was also heading into the 20 SMA. That's pointing straight down, right? That's a sharp ceiling. Okay. Does that make sense for everybody so far?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that does.
It does. TJ, how did you set up the volume profile?
It's a secret. No, that's
Okay.
joking. I'm gonna go over that right now. Um, let's see. I'm gonna change my settings again because I don't like it that dark. You can see my screen, right? And see how I'm adjusting this. And I've made it very clear before that you should be messing with your charts and your indicators and your studies and just exploring around, figuring out um what how to navigate, right? That's very important. And then, all right, setting up your volume profile, you just go to your studies and then type in profile. Oh, why is it caps? There we go. So volume profile right here. You just double click it. It's gonna move to the right. I have two settings right here. Let me just make sure you guys can see. And also let me double check, make sure I'm recording. Okay. All right. Um, I have two because I have let me see. I'll show you the settings right here. So go ahead and take a screenshot of the settings, take a picture. This is for the first one, which is I have it on time per profile is 1 week. That means it's gonna calculate 1 week of data to give you the levels of high, medium, and low. Okay. And then I have an expansion on the right. So as you can see, there's the monthly one. The monthly one is that goes in the chart itself, and then expansion to the right here on a week. So basically, every single month, it will calculate right here, right? That's 1 month of data. So it'll give you that 1 month time frame. It's going to give you where was the highs and the lows, where was the most traded price, which is as you can see, 384 area was the most traded price, right? And then on the new month, as you can see right here, so this is the new month that's been calculated. So obviously it's not a complete month yet, so it's only that far of a data. And what I also have on the right hand side right here, which is separate, this is called expansion on the right. So it'll calculate 1 week of data going back 1 week. So whatever 1 week is total. So obviously this is should be similar, but it's calculating 1 week. Okay. The reason I want to go in a shorter time frame because I do scalp, right? I scalp stocks. And I want to be able to get in and out of trades. So that's why I'm saying for Netflix, I want it to dip down to this level and then a potential bounce back up to here. And then obviously I can see where the key levels of price itself that has the most attention. Like this has the most price attention right here. And then the next level is up here. Okay. So I know I'm in the zone right now. Ideally, I want it to dip down to here to increase my risk reward ratio and then take profits here. And if it continues to push, the next level is up here or even this area, this little zone right here, right? Which is not too far away. Ideally, it's probably gonna go right here in this higher bar instead of right here because remember, it always pushes much further than you think. Okay. So that is my play for Netflix right there. I want it to dip down for a better risk reward ratio. If it doesn't dip down, then it's likely going to be a chase. So just know that if it doesn't dip, right, you're chasing it, and just prepare that it could pull back. It could fake you out. In this scenario, it could do a candle like this, right, and then slam back down here before it takes back to the upside. Okay, that is the possibility. Remember, we're playing a probability game, and all you're doing is trying to find that probability side. Um, Setting up wise, did I cover that? Did that make sense? Who asked that question? Everybody get that? The volume
Oh,
profile?
setup. Yeah, I got that.
Okay. As far as like colors, that's pretty simple. Again, right click your setup, and then once you have the colors figured out, you can copy the same colors I have mine. My reasoning for colors, the pink on the upside, kind of light red, is basically if it gets up here, it's overbought. That's one of the reasons I have it kind of red. And then green is a major support and resistance level, and then down at the orange mark is oversold, and I just need to match that with my I also have a stochastic slow, because the confirmation, as you can see right here, right? Look at how high it is, right? So it's touching the highest bar on the volume profile. I know that's overpriced. And as you can see right here as well on your stochastic slow, right? It's telling you that was overbought. Okay. So it confirmed that, hey, this is way overpriced, and this is just a supply and demand, right? if if things is overpriced, there's gonna be less buyers. There's gonna be less buyers, right? There's gonna be those people that are just randomly chasing. That's what we talk about. Don't chase the stock because you can get dumped on. This is one of the reasons. Okay, so you add the stochastic slow as a complement to what is the volume profile is telling you, and of course you can also see how far of an extension this is based on the 10 and 20 SMA as well. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. And right here on the stochastic slow, now we're approaching the 80% area. So basically it's 80% overbought right now. Okay, but it's setting up more on the upside. Okay, so this is why I'm saying that this could push. This hopefully dips down to here because it confirms to potentially reach the purple line on the stochastic slow, acting as a support area, right? Because this kind of acts the same way as the simple moving average, right? And so if it dips down to here and it pops up to this green line, once it pops up to the green line, guess what? That's going to be right around here, okay? And what does that tells us on the stochastic slope? That's overpriced, okay? Overpriced, and then it's likely going to dip back down into this zone again, which is you can draw the box here, right? Which is a support zone. Okay. Hopefully that's making sense. All right. So this is what I'm gonna be looking at as well, because at the end of the day, guys, I really enjoyed trading from my phone on the go, and I'm 4 for 4 this month, 4 green days in a row. All right. I'm just trying to find consistency before I start going big size again on options, and that's just part of the process, right? Um, you don't have to deal with real money. I'm paper trading on this particular trades, but again, I'm just trying to find consistency in the option side, because last month I feel like I was just lost and I could not get a read on the market. And with this, based on all what we've done last month, and hopefully you guys went back on your trades and studied them and figure out what did you do right and what did you do wrong. Because this whole week I was off. I was like looking back to all my trades as much as I can, and then also trying to identify what did I miss. And based on all the data and all the answers that I could find, this was the indicator that could have told me that, hey, you could have made these trades better using these indicators. Okay. So again, new setup.
March is going to be a new 10x challenge.
We're gonna stay with the green day. I think it's a good practice, especially for all the new traders, just to practice that locking in, because at the end of the day, we're we have a pretty high ratio of win rate. The downside is we hang on to it too long and the trades go in red because you guys already know the key levels to enter, but the exit part needs work. So therefore, instead of not knowing when to exit, let's just see the profits and then run with it. So Green Day challenge. So I think this is gonna be a fast fast challenge to the 10x, but of course we can keep going. Our goal is to how many green days can you have by the record, right? If we accomplish 10 green days easily, we're gonna go to 15, we're gonna go to 20, we're gonna go to 30, 50, right? You got 50 green days, you're doing something right. Okay, and that's gonna be freaking something to write on the book. So that's the goal. All right, so let's review other trades, other questions. How many? So obviously, I think John, you mentioned you have 3 green days. So did you have to? You had one red day. Was that your first red day, or was it your
Yeah,
last
so
day?
Friday was my first red day, but I got the trade correctly, but that's why I was asking you about volume.
Hmm.
So I didn't realize when there's a lack of volume, there's a larger spread out, and I wasn't paying attention to that. I exited at the top of the move, but because there was like no volume with, I'm assuming within that contract,
Hmm.
um, that I there was a massive spread, and I actually ended up taking like a $44 loss.
Yeah, that was a liquidity issue. So yeah, I think I answered that question. When there's lack of liquidity, which is just volume trades, um, the market will have a bigger price gap. So instead of like 1 cent or 5 cent difference in contract price, it's gonna be like, 25 cents, 50 cents, which is huge, right? So that's just to make up for their fees for their platform. But as more volume comes in, then the contract gets tighter and tighter. Okay, let's see. Alex, how are you doing with the option, buddy?
I haven't been trading for 2 days.
Okay,
So reading, watching videos, downloaded a new book, studying, writing notes down.
okay.
Um, took a big red day again, and so that's when I stopped and was like, right, I option is not for me right now.
Yeah,
I need to read up.
just go on paper trade. Just go on paper trade. Like you have to be in the market along with your studying. That's the best way to do it. Um, because the studying part is gonna help you, but the execution is what's gonna be more important.
Yep.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. Who else has how many green days do you guys have? Who has three, four, or had to restart again? Chu Ninja?
Yeah, I was doing good, and then I had to restart because I held on to a loser way too long.
Okay. Did you review that last red day that you had?
Yeah, I did. I'm having issues accepting the risk and the loss, so I won't exit.
Hmm.
And then by the time I know it, I'm just freaking like it's done.
Hmm. So as you can see, that's got a lot to do with the emotional side, right? Because you have identified and know in your head, based on the chart, the pattern, the play, that it was already a bad trade, but you're holding on to it too long. So therefore, that's all emotional trading rather than technical trading. So definitely need some room for improvements on that. All right, Gian, how you doing?
Doing good. It's kind of hard to day trade while I'm working, so I have like literally an hour and a half to trade in the morning, going I mean, driving to the site when somebody else is driving. That's it. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm still uh, afloat and I'm actually up.
That's awesome, bro. Well, you're definitely applying what you've learned, so that's a good thing. Um, I think
Yeah.
perfection to the execution on your trade entries and exits. Um, you could make some improvements on that, but other than that, I think you got the understanding of support and resistance, supply and demand patterns, and respecting your stop losses.
Yep.
So that's
I'm
good, man.
starting to learn about earnings too and stuff. So, yeah.
Yep, yep. There's so many different strategies in the market. You can make money in any different strategies. So at the end of the day, you guys are learning the basic, watching the videos, right? Learning how to use and identify your key levels, your indicators, and then just going with that and believing on your setup. And you know, um, at the end of the day, nobody else can really convince you with confidence to whether to take the trade or to not take the trade. It's all on you based on how you trust and believe on your charts, the patterns, the indicators, and everything you've learned. You have to put it all that together. And I'm glad that,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
so you said something about like there's a time in the day that you trade. Is it between 9 and 10 or 10? Because I feel like I'm more profitable in between those times, like starting at 8:30 till like 10 o'clock.
hmm my based on my track record, the most profitable time that I do my best is between market open and 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Market open till 9. Okay.
Yep. So that's and my time is 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. So about 2.5 hour window that I perform the best, and then from there it gets worse.
And another question. Do you do this full time? Do you not have 9 to 5?
No, this is my full time, yeah.
Oh man, I want to start doing that too.
What is a 9 to 5?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 2014.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you guys are lucky. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. We're all striving for that exit, so trust me, it's been a lot of, late nights and studying and figuring out how to get away from the rat race.
So when did you decide to quit like your 9 to 5?
December
Like
tw
how much do
this
you start making a day?
yeah, December 23rd, 2014, right before Christmas.
And that's when you start making like what, like 5 grand a day, or
No,
what's your average?
I just quit my job and said I was gonna go into well, I didn't do trading yet. Like December 23rd, 2014 was I jumped into full-time real estate investing and flipping houses.
Okay, okay.
But trading wise, I went full-time what was it? January 1st, 2021. But I've been trading 2 years prior, just kind of dabbling into it, trying to figure out my grooves, buying courses, getting into Discord, and just tiptoeing into the day trading. I wasn't fully full time, but I did put a lot of attention to it. Um, and then I decided that 2021 was going to be my transition instead of messing around. Cool. Let's see. Phineas, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hey,
How'd you do
yeah, I'm
last
doing
week?
really good. I'm really excited.
Good, good, good. So how's your performance last week?
Paper trading?
Yeah, whatever kind of
Dude,
trading.
it was amazing.
Yeah,
Man, amazing. It's just something clicked about like 2.5 weeks ago, and I've been keeping track of everything.
there you
And I
go.
said I'm gonna paper trade only for a month. and I'm so excited to start next week with real
Live
real
account.
money.
There you go. It's a different ball game when you have real money on the line, so just keep that in mind.
Oh well, I've I've lost quite a bit of money in crypto, so hopefully just if I keep the same mindset,
Yep,
I'm gonna be good.
exactly. That's good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad it's making sense to you and you're ready to jump in.
Yeah, there's a few things you just went on those coaching sessions, and just something really clicked. There's a few parts that are just like really clicked.
Hmm. And that's a great example for everybody here as well. Screen time, right? I really preach on screen time, screen time, screen time. If you show up here in our coaching sessions and really just pay attention, we like I can't tell you when it's gonna click for you, but if you just show up consistently, looking at your charts, reviewing your trades, and executing on your trades, one of these days is all gonna click together on everything that we've been talking about, and that's when you'll have that light bulb go off, an aha moment. Like, I get it.
Exactly.
I
And
I
sometimes it's
trust
as
this setup.
simple as a 20 moving average.
Hmm.
It's just a
Exactly.
different like BMAS. The way he said it is like it makes perfect sense.
Yep. There you go. It's gonna be different and different for everybody when that time is gonna click for you, but just keep at it. Stay here, keep learning, keep studying, keep watching the videos, keep looking at your charts, reviewing them, trying to make sense of what we use, the patterns, and the time frames and all that stuff. Once it clicks, guys, oh man, freedom's on the other side. So I'm glad that it's making sense for you.
Thanks, TJ.
Yep. How you doing, Grant?
Doing well.
Awesome, awesome. How'd you
Um,
do last week?
yeah, last week for me was really good. It made up for all the losses in January.
Nice.
No, pretty much in one trade, and so you know, I, that one trade I made $4,700,
Very
and
nice. Which
my
which stock was that?
that was QQQ. I shorted it
Triple Q.
when
Okay.
on that huge drop that
Yep.
happened. So I shorted it the night before,
Hmm.
and then in the morning I woke up and it's like I better get out of this now and book this profit, right? So that's what happened. I guess it, and that was great, but I mean that was just one trade, right? Whereas I had full 4 or 5 weeks before where it wasn't going up every day. It was kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. And so I guess there's a couple things I've noticed that if I enter a trade, um, it's not. I'm probably putting my targets too far away,
Hmm.
and then because I'll get profitable, but I just won't take profit waiting for it to get to my target, and then it turns around, and then it goes negative, and then I average down, and then it makes the loss a little bit bigger.
Hmm.
But what I've noticed is um, when when the stock or whatever I'm trading gets back to the the price that I entered at, as far as the price per share,
Hmm.
that the contracts um, aren't close to my cost,
Hmm.
and so then it has to move even farther, and I don't know why that happens, why the contract price it
Yeah.
is
It's the theta. The shorter the time frame of contract you have. So let's, for example, triple Q, have expiration 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're buying let's say if you buy on a Tuesday and your contract expires on a Wednesday, like you're best to not even hold a Tuesday contract into Wednesday, because literally the trade has to go your way about 25% just to break even because
right.
of the theta burn, right?
Okay.
So your best bet is if you're green on a trade on a Tuesday on triple Q or any of the stocks like the SPY, SPX, and the triple Q expires 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Hmm.
If you're green on a Tuesday trade or a Thursday trade, take it. Do not like even if it's still going in your direction, take and lock in the profit, because tomorrow your contract value, it literally will decrease either 25% to 50%, depending if it moves in your direction or goes sideways. If it doesn't change price by open, like you're let's say you're up on your contract 40%, okay, and the price will open the same price the next day, you're gonna be like negative 10% or 15%. Like that's how theta is
Okay.
gonna just eat all that. So lock it in. Your best bet to just trade the following day.
Okay. The other thing I'm having trouble too is trading when it's kind of chopping up and down, because I've been trading SPY a lot.
Hmm.
Like the last 2 days, it kind of had the same pattern on the 5 minute chart.
Hmm.
Um, and and it just I kept waiting for it to get to go in the direction I wanted, right? Instead, I just, because I was shorting it sometimes, um, and I just wasn't getting out of it soon enough.
Hmm.
Like like, yeah, because you've got it pulled up there. So I shorted it kind of when it made that initial move up, and then I didn't take profit at the bottom, and then it kept going up, and I just kind of held
Hmm.
until it hit my stop. So I mean, it was just kind of a grind the whole way, and so I'm having trouble recognizing when the market's just grinding, and not moving slowly, and I keep thinking that, oh, it's just a pullback, and then it'll go the direction I'm looking for,
Yeah.
but then it doesn't do that.
Yeah. So let's review that SPY trade. So you shorted around this level right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a decent entry. If you look right in this level right here, so this guy, you can see this peak area. So that's
Hmm.
high price volume. So if you draw that across, so that was a good entry there. And then obviously you have, I'm sure this is what you looked at, that this was a resistance level.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's good. This is also a resistance level right here. And then of course it tested that guy right there, right? So knowing that, okay, you got a good entry there, and was your plan a hold or was it a scalp?
Well, yeah, it was just because I bought a contract that was 2 weeks out. I probably could have held it, but um, I guess it was a scalp, but I was buying it with a contract further out,
Hmm.
just
So
hoping that the theta wouldn't hurt it so much.
okay, so
But
let's go over that. So that's also a challenge. It's been a challenge for me in the past as well. Um, when you buy a contract or when you get on in a trade, you have to have that plan, right? Like, are you buying 2 weeks out of contract as a hold? Like, and what day is it? Like, if you like for me, if I buy on a Thursday, I have the mindset of I'm gonna buy a week or 2 weeks out to hold to the following Monday, right? So mentally, I'm already prepared that if this trade goes profitable, like, am I gonna lock in 40% or 30% or 20%? Am I okay with that, even though I have a longer time frame? And the answer is yes. I will lock in. Like, if you have, let's say, 5 contracts, I'm gonna lock in 80%. I'm gonna sell 4 and hold 1, or sell 3
okay.
and hold 2, right? Because you
Hmm.
went you went green, the market gave you money, and our job is to take money from the market, and the market's job is to take money from you. So
Right.
if already given you that opportunity, take it, and then let 1 or 2 contracts ride, and you can let that go negative or hit
Hmm.
your stop loss.
Yeah.
All right, your
Okay.
30% stop loss. So that's the best practice I can give you, um, to especially build an account. And like this whole entire week, I was literally locking in like 15 to 20%, and that same contract would go 100%. And I was like, I am totally okay with that, because the
Hmm.
market said, here's some money, take it. And I did.
Okay.
Okay. Um, let's see. And then also, just something to keep in mind, use this volume profile and start understanding it, because right here, this is a supply demand zone. So this is a demand zone line, as you can see, right? It's been tested a lot, And then another key area is this guy right here, right? This guy. So we know there was demand right here, right? It's
Right.
a small demand, but this is this is 1 month of data right here. Actually, this is less than 1 month. It's like a week. But you can see this is a demand zone. So if you're shorting this, just respect these zones. Just know that I need to lock in profits here to protect your gains. And then if it
Okay.
keeps going, great, that you can hold 1 or 2 contracts, right?
Hmm.
But
Okay.
just take the profits. Cool. Okay.
Thanks, TJ.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Hebrew, I'm sure you got a million questions, buddy.
Bro, I have so many.
Bring it.
But right now, man, I'm just trying to figure out that volume profile thing. So like I took a photo, like you said, mine looks sort of nothing like yours. I'm trying to figure out how I get it like more left versus
Okay. So let's go back to the settings. This is the
okay.
settings here. So I have two, like I said, right? Because just like
Yeah.
this SMA, I have 10 and 20. So you have two simple moving average, and I have two volume profile. One is set up for 1 week, and the 1 week one, it says expansion on expansion. I said yes. So that means you're gonna see the 1 week of data over to the right here. This data right
Okay.
here. That's my
Oh,
1 week chart. So that only tells me 1 week of data to the left, and this is
I
where it's
got it.
telling me how where the price actions are. Okay.
Gotcha.
And then the second one, which is this guy right here, the bigger one, that's 1 month. So
Gotcha.
I can show you that study here. So 1 month right here, you can see 1 month. Okay.
Yeah.
And then expansion, I said no. So I don't want it to the right. I want it on the chart. So I want it to
Gotcha.
show right on the chart.
Okay. And that's where I was screwing up. I had expansion on yes on both of them.
Yep. There you go.
Cool.
And
Awesome,
then,
man.
yeah, and then of course you can change your colors and all that stuff.
I think that pretty much, yeah, that sums it up. I mean, I'm excited to try to use this because I've never used the volume profile to try to get in all my entries.
hmm Let me just show you an example of the volume profile and how to really use it. Okay, so as you can see, right, this is 1 month here, and then the second month here. And then each month have a different um, price levels, right? So
Yeah.
if we just draw a line, so right here, so each spikes, the longest spikes, draw a line there, right?
Okay.
And then it matches with this guy, and then this one right here spikes here, and you can see in the next month, it literally respected that area, and then
Oh yeah.
right here, it spikes right here. So we'll draw a line right here, right here, right here, and right here. Like these levels are gonna be your support and resistance level. And you can see it right here. Look. I wasn't even looking to my right. I'm just looking at these spikes volume. Okay? And you can look at this. It respected that area right there. And I wasn't even looking to my right. I was looking right here and just drawing it blindly, like based on this volume profile meters right here. Okay? So now that I've identified my upside, now let's go identify our downside. So right here, so I know this is a spike here. Oh, so a spike right there, right here, right here, there, right here, and right here. So I know these are the zone that's gonna have to chop right through if it's gonna be on a downside. Between here is irrelevant. Like this is a pocket. This will slice right through there. The next key level is 441. 441 is I'm gonna look to enter because you can see as well how long that spike overall compared to the other ones, right? That volume
Yeah.
spike. So therefore, I know this 441 area, 444 is even better. This is gonna be a buy zone for me, okay? And then what you want to do is 441, 438. That's literally like this whole zone right here. This is accumulation zone. Like this is where, because of the trend, right? You have an uptrend. Remember, the trend is your friend. So this, you're trying to find an area of dip to get into, and that is your area right there. And then my next, if that breaks, my next area to re-enter is 435. 435, 432, 430. So regardless, you have so much support on the downside versus you have some gaps on the upside. Okay. All right. Let's go to Jake. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm glad to be back. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back. My my trading's not been the best. I think I had like one green day and like three red.
Okay.
I think really because I know the charts and everything, but it's just my emotions. I need to get control of. It's like getting in at the wrong time, and I'll go up like 20-25%, and then not taking my profits because I'm like, okay, this can go up to 50, but then with my luck, it just kind of goes the opposite way. And, with the theta and everything, I think I'm holding on to trades too long.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it just gets, choppy and, like you said, it goes down 25-50% if you hold on longer, if it doesn't go in the right direction, fairly quickly.
Right. But are you going green for the most part on your trades before they go red?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go green like 20-30%, and then I think, okay, I can get 50 out of it, so I don't execute the trade.
Mm-hmm. So the FOMO is definitely taking over if you're missing out, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you wanting to get more, but the market is only providing you, you know, 20, 30%.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I'm down so much from like the 10x challenge. I kind of want to like gain my account back, and I'm trying to get it like 100% trade and really help out. But then I'm ending up doing more harm to myself by doing that.
Yeah, never think about your losses when you're in a trade. That is that is recipe for disaster. If you're thinking about your loss yesterday, last month, last week, whatever, in this particular trade, and especially the market's already giving you, like it's that is the worst way of trading. Like you cannot win all your losses in one trade. Just know that.
Yeah.
You have to take what the market's giving you.
And
So
the thing
lock
is,
in.
like, I know that when I look back at my trades and stuff, but it's like in the moment, I'm like, okay, I just need to control my emotions because,
Just
I
lock it
know
in.
better than that.
Just lock in. Literally, this is why we're doing the Green Day challenge. Is the whole goal is to be green because the when you do this repeatedly, locking in greens, your confident level is gonna shoot up, and your vision to see these patterns and trusting the setup is gonna skyrocket tremendously. So therefore,
Mhm.
your confidence in your trade and your confidence on taking those profits, your second guessing and doubts will just diminish over time when you lock in gains over gains over gains.
Yeah. I think that's where I'm at. I need to take those small wins, get my confidence back up.
Hmm.
And I think I look at like when I'm looking at the charts and the candlesticks, I'm looking on like the 1 minute time frame, which I probably need to not do as much.
Yeah,
I
go
work at
because if you're looking at the 1 minute and 5 minute time frame, your trade should be a scalp. You should be taking 10, 20%. Like that is the time frame it can provide you. If you're trading on a 1 minute and 5 minute and expecting 100%, you're gonna get destroyed in the market. Like if you want 50% plus, you need to be trading on hourly or daily with a
mhm.
longer time frame contract. That's your safe
and
bet.
I, and I think that's my problem is I'm doing shorter time contracts, and trading on like the 1 and 5 minute, more of like a scalp style,
Hmm. Yeah,
scalping style.
just scalp, man. Scalp, lock in 10, 20%, and I promise you, you're gonna get your confidence back. Don't worry about the
Okay.
100%. The market will always be here.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's what I need to do.
Cool. All right, man.
Well, thank you.
Hmm. Mega Man, what's up, buddy?
Yes, sir. Doing good, man. Doing good. Just got over the COVID actually a couple of days ago. So, but yeah, no. So these couple.
You cut out.
Sorry about that.
All right.
This past week, I've just been doing like really small trades and just kind of getting a feel for it. Getting a feel. I'm sticking to Apple because I'm really familiar with Apple. I've done a lot of trades in the past with it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess one of the things that I noticed, I had 3 green days. One was like a $3 green day, but it's green.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the day that it was red, I saw myself just over trading. Basically, that's kind of what caused me to get red that day. Um, One thing that I noticed for myself that I don't know, feeling a little impatient. Like my goal obviously is to like be able to make a full-time income trading and just be like keeping it small. I'm kind of like, man, like I want to see those big green days and when am I going to get there? And I don't know, feeling a little discouraged in that area because I'm like, man, I really want to get there. When is this going to happen? How do I get there and stuff like that? So, I don't know. That's been something that I've been just kind of like, you know, working through, I guess, with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to, get my consistency. That way, once I see that consistency, I can scale up and then be able to see bigger green days and stuff. But that's kind of where I've been at, I guess. Any thoughts with that?
Yeah, I mean, like you're doing it right. You're scaling down and playing it small, try to just get a good feel on your trades, and you're sticking to Apple trade, which is perfectly fine because you're familiar with it, you're comfortable with it. Um, just trusting your setup, locking in gains. Do that enough time, and you slowly scale in. So whatever your position size right now, you just increase that slowly, right? Until you get to that comfortable level of like, I used this example before, like if you lose 20 bucks tomorrow, you're okay with it. If you lose 100, are you okay with it? If you lose 200, are you okay with it? The moment you pause and go, I don't know about that. And like, then that's where your threshold is at. If you go above that, your emotion kicks in. Okay, so that's good. So just slowly scale up into it as you find consistency.
Right, right. That's good. Appreciate that.
Yep, no problem.
Definitely.
Mukau, how you doing, buddy?
Good man. How are the roller coasters over there?
Oh man, I love Disney World better, but it was a lot of fun. Disneyland, a lot of my feet hurts. I'm glad to be home.
Yeah,
It,
dude, that's it.
it was like 10, 12-hour days and go, go, go.
Yep, I've done it. I did Disney World in one day, and like, yeah, your feet just hurt at the end, like every park.
Yeah, my father,
Um,
yeah, my
yeah,
father-in-law had a one of those electric scooter, because he was
that's the
he
way to
was
do
done.
it.
I was like, man, I
You
want one
didn't
of
like
those.
steal it, dude. I would get it. Just pretend.
Yeah, right. But very glad to be
Um,
back.
all right, so mm, I'm like 2 weeks into practicing options, and I was just trading SPX, SPY, and QQQ for practice sake, and just paper trading still. And then getting bored with that, then I'll just go back and scalp stocks on DOS. But I'm like the opposite of everyone else. I'm not like going green right away. My ass goes red for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then I end up green later,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. So I've been green for 3 weeks straight between averaging both of those, just trading really small though.
Hmm.
And it was one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if my entries are bad, but I'm really good at taking profits the second I get them, or I
So
don't
it's
know
a,
what I'm doing. I think I just
it
don't really know shit, and I'm just like
no,
getting lucky
it
for three
sound it
weeks.
sounds like you're doing well on taking the profits, right? Which is
Yeah,
a good habit to have. The only thing that I wouldn't change particularly what you're doing, but I would just try to when your buy signal in your head goes on and say, all right, I'm gonna get in, try to delay that by like 5 to 10 minutes because
yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like tracking more candle patterns, like BMAD's talked about a couple weeks ago.
hmm.
Like counting which candle's going red is your indicator,
Hmm.
and then trying to get a hint on which way it's gonna go. And then yeah, just delay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
then correlate, like you're saying, you're going red first before you go green.
I'll like
Uh,
place the position with a starter, and
mhm.
then I'm like, oh shit, dude, this like went a little farther the direction I where it like into the resistance or whatever,
Mhm.
and then I'll kind of like I end up sitting in like a little bit of chop right below wherever my entry was or against my entry, and then the move happens like
Mhm.
15 minutes later.
Are you mainly like long bias or short bias, or does it
Uh,
matter?
it doesn't matter. No, I just kind of I wait for the cup like you talk about, right, and then just go. But I'll either like I kind of jump the gun on the cup instead of like waiting for the momentum,
Mhm.
and then I take profit because I'm always like ready for the fucking fake out kind of play too because I've been caught in that.
Mhm.
Back in December, I got caught by a ton of fake outs by not taking profit right away.
Mhm.
So that's where I think where I got really good at the second I'm green and I hit my return number, I'm out.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think my entries are just like slightly off or impatient.
Okay. So I would just I don't know which indicators you're using. The 10 and 20 SMA is very reliable. And
That's what
then
I've been using. Yeah, literally, like all I know is anything you've said for the last 3 months. I don't know
awesome.
shit about anything else.
Well, so sounds like it's working out for you so far. It just needs some
Yeah,
fine tuning. So
yeah.
I think it's just a fine tuning over time. And how long you been trading?
I got started with you like halfway into November, I want to say,
Okay.
and I've been paper the whole time. But then I'd like followed you with scalping, and then January was really messy, so I didn't start um, paper trading options when you guys all did.
Mhm.
And then I started that 2 weeks ago. So I've done 2 full weeks of paper trading options,
Nice. Good job,
just
man.
trying to discover how it goes.
Yeah, I paper traded for about 8 months.
Yeah, I'm kind of totally emotionally okay with that. Like paper trading until I feel a lot of confidence. Like for me, I feel like I'm doing well, but I don't necessarily know why. Like feel like I'm in control. I'm just like, oh, this looks right. Put in the position and wait to see what happens, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I'm probably gonna wait to go live until I really feel like I have enough control. And like each week, I learn something new by watching you. Like here's a whole new indicator to start practicing with.
Mhm.
So
Good, good. Well, it sounds like you're in the right track. Just more time, and just keep it simple. Really, like everything that I've shared so far, I'm trying to keep it simple as possible. I don't try to get too complicated. I know in the past, if you were in the with us in the beginning with all the cloud that we're using, like they all work, like I said, and other people are profitable with them. It's just I'm trying to complement what I really like the 10 and 20 SMA. Like I don't see that going away anytime soon. I'm just complementing these indicators with an additional confirmation, but priority is the 10 and 20 SMA. And then if the other indicators like the volume profile and the stochastic slow complements it, then I feel that much better in the trade.
yeah, perfect. I came in right when you guys were just switching to SMA, so I like never even learned cloud and all the other stuff. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
well, SMA looks easy, and I like easy, so here
Yep,
we go.
there you go. Right on, man. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Yep. All right. Well, John, you already went, so Sibs, if you can talk, let's hear it from you, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Well, I've just started learning about options. I'm just paper trading for now. I think the last trade I did was Friday on Facebook. Um, like I just uh, some puts in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is, um, I just scalp it because I don't hold. I just scalp. So I went out early and left so much money on the table, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
Was
before
that
it
before
bounced back,
that big drop?
yeah, that big drop in the morning.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
So yeah,
Facebook has a lot of opportunity right now. This is what you call a pocket right now, right here. This is a pocket zone. Like this is literally air. Like this is there's no resistance here. So the moment the stock gets above this level right here, it's freaking go time. It'll literally shoot up to here. That's the possibility. Of course, we have to look left as well on the daily. Let's see Facebook, quick little chart analysis here. Okay. So we do have a chop zone right here. So if we extend that to the left, we do have this chop zone, but price will always correct itself from where it left off. So everybody mindset wise, they all think that if people bought right here at that price, anything below that is a discount until it works its way back down again. But as of right now, Facebook is super discount from a buyer's perspective, but it just needs to be confirmation. Let's see, 1 month. Yeah,
Do you
this
think
is.
it's gonna start like going back up, or is it
Yeah,
gonna
it's
go
got a
down further?
chance. It's got a chance to consolidate here. So
Oh,
right now you're range bound. So this is gonna be your range right here, just like how it did right here. Okay, you see that? So that's the behavior that you're expecting in the next few days on Facebook, unless Facebook has another news that complements its metaverse and all that stuff. Then this will literally fill this gap in this area. Okay.
thank you.
hmm All right. Last one. Tanner, how you doing, buddy?
Good man, welcome back.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Glad to be back. I miss all my screens and whatnot, but this is good.
I got you. Well, last week, I had 3 out of the 4 green, but so I had Tuesday, Wednesday green, and then kind of was feeling myself um, after that streak, and then kind of sized up on Thursday, and then sized up on, I think it was SPX or SPY, one of the two, because I was assuming there was going to be a gap fill that day because the after hours the day prior gap down, and I thought the fill was going to happen on Thursday, but that didn't happen. And then so I went red that day, um, and then kind of rebounded on Friday, but it was kind of the same thing because the gap down happened on pre-market on Friday morning, I think it was.
Mm,
Um, SPY, and then I kind of was a lot more gun shy because of the day before, and then but I ended up getting an entry in on a call, and then kind of rode it almost to the almost to market close, and had a decent green day that day.
okay. Nice, nice. Sounds like you did pretty good. So you have two green days and 2 red days?
No, so I had Tuesday, Wednesday green, Thursday red, and then Friday green.
Okay. So you're back to 1 green day for the streak.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right on, right on. Okay. Um, not too bad, man. Sounds like we everybody did pretty well on the week, and it seems like the challenge as far as like Green Day challenge mindset versus swing for the fences mindset is working out. Um, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, everybody. Do you, so this is open for everybody. Question: Do you feel like the Green Day like lock-in profit um, mindset is helping you guys have a more relaxed of a trade rather than a pressure, trading to make as much as you can? Is it helping like mentally?
I think so. I think it takes away the whole like trying to swing for the fences, like you're saying, and just concentrate on daily base hits to get there.
Okay, that's good. So
You
that's
know,
good.
it
We'll keep that up.
it definitely helps, but Babe Ruth was definitely remembered for swinging for the fences. So both are fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
now
right, but what most people didn't realize that he's uh he's practiced his whole life. So
Yeah,
that's where we're at. We're practicing for that singles because I'm sure he swung singles, 100 times more than the home runs that he's made.
way more.
Yep, exactly. So there you go. All right. Well, sounds like everybody's doing well. Tomorrow's market. Let's do a quick little analysis. Give me ticker symbols, and I give you guys a read for tomorrow. Let's start with Tesla. Let's see, Tesla. Okay, so based on key levels, like I'm identifying here, right? There's a support here on Tesla. We have resistance zone. Actually, this is going to be acting as a support. I'm just looking at these peaks, and then there's also this value area low and value area high. If Tesla gets above this zone right here, okay, which is this resistance right here. If Tesla gets above this, this is literally air pocket to the next one right here. So your next zone for Tesla is right here for resistance, and then this guy right here. So we're gonna, okay. So you can see that there's so much room on the upside on Tesla, and you have a lot of layers of support right here. Okay. So Tesla on the upside, and then the other one was, what was it? Oh, Netflix. Netflix is clean setup. Like again, the basket's happening here, and then you have a gap fill going on. So if we do this line here, like literally. So Netflix, like I said, a dip down to this area. We test this zone. If that breaks, you go to here. If that breaks, this is your upside. There's a lot of room in Tesla or Netflix. Okay, one more ticker symbol.
SPX.
SPX. You like SPX, huh?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite lately.
So SPX doesn't have, unfortunately, the volume profile doesn't read on SPX because this is a futures. But as far as levels would say, I would just do it like this. You go high, you go swing low, right? Okay, right now you can see where your zones are. So it looks like you got rejected in that 75% zone. Potential downside is to the 50%. You need to be above the 75 area, which is 45.22. You get above 45.22, your chance is to 4,600 on SPX. So you want to get in above 45.22. Cool. And then also your 10 and 20 SMA is also confirming that if this crosses like this, right? Your 20 SMA is going to do this. Form that basket. It's going to do that. And then you'll have your go candle right here. Boom. Cool.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's all for now, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And again, keep it simple. Study your charts, study your indicators, and hopefully this volume profile will help you out, complementing your 10 and 20 SMA along with the stochastic slow. All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
night.
you, TJ.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks.